Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here tonight on the show. How's everybody doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully everybody has a good Saturday here tonight on a Saturday. But let's get ready, man, with the freaking, ladies and gentlemen, man, we got a UFC event tonight. Where in that UFC event, Dana White informed the world that he had convinced Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski to join the Las Vegas Raiders back in March of 2020. And that Tom Brady was already with his wife, Gisele Bündchen, in Las Vegas looking for houses. And at the end, former Las Vegas Raiders coach John Gruden said, I don't want this. And that they ended up backing out. And Tom Brady, obviously, and Gronkowski ended up going to Tampa Bay instead. Pendejo face, man, for John Gruden, man. Jesus Christ, man. Remember, there's an article or a quote that Tom Brady was saying, you're sticking with that motherfucker over me. So maybe he referred Derek Carr. If you put the two stories together, ladies and gentlemen, that is crazy, man. Jesus Christ, man. Then we got some Buccaneers news. Offensive lineman Aaron Sneedy has been ruled out of tonight's game versus the Tennessee Titans with a knee injury. All right, man. They have a lot of problems with that offensive line, man. And still, Tom Brady's still nowhere to be found, man. And then the freaking Bears, they convinced Raekwon Smith to come back for at least one final year. He's no longer going to ask for a trade. He's going to start practicing. So Raekwon Smith is back for his final year with the Bears. No more trade, I guess. They're saying Matt LaFleur is saying Jordan Love's looking pretty good in practice so far. I think he's slight years ahead of where he was last year. Although didn't he throw like 3 interceptions in last game? I don't know how he did tonight, but I think he threw 3 interceptions in this first game. And like I said, more stuff about Raekwon Smith. After not landing the new deal wanted and returning to practice today for the first time during the summer, training camp Bears said, this is the last year of my deal, and I'm going to bet on myself as I always done. So yeah, like I said, Raekwon Smith back with Chicago. And then we got some bad news, man. Matt Corral, they're saying he's out possibly for the season with a Liz Franken. I don't know what the hell that is. Matt Corral, man, who got hurt at the end last year with Ole Miss, and now he's hurt again. Jesus Christ, Matt Corral out. Although obviously they got Baker Mayfield, he's gonna be the starter, but still, that sucks for Matt Corral, man. He's out for the season. Jesus Christ. Seahawks release veteran linebacker Joel Hashibishvili and also release safety Baba Bolden and tight end Kate Brewer, defensive tackle Matthew Goldell, and cornerback Elijah Jones. Obviously, a bunch of teams releasing players as we get closer to the season. I believe 19 days away from opening night. The Los Angeles Rams have released tight end Kendall Bolton, running back Raymond Salas, defensive back Jaron McVay. Jesus, McVay? Is that his nephew or something? Running back AJ Rose and wide receiver JJ Kuki. So the Rams and the Seahawks are losing a bunch of players today, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ, man. And let's see. Yeah, man. A lot of releases coming up, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at some of these NFL preseason games. And then let's see here. Let's see how some of these quarterbacks played. We currently still got Dallas and Chargers playing 29-10 in the third quarter. Dallas leads. Let's see if we have any good quarterback action. No, Will Geer and Cooper Rush. I like Will Geer. I'd rather have Will Geer over Cooper Rush and freaking Danucci. I like Will Geer, man. I watched him play at the University of West Virginia. I would play Will Geer, honestly, over fucking Cooper Rush or fucking Danucci. Will Geer tonight, 5 for 8, 66 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Cooper Rush, 6 for 3, 32 yards. All right, and then for the Chargers, no Justin Herbert. We're not going to go over the quarterbacks because we know Justin Herbert is a quarterback. Bills beat the Broncos 42-15. Let's see if they would get any good quarterback action. No, not really. Josh Johnson again played with, and along with Brett Ripken. And then for the Bills, who played Matt Bark. Oh, Josh Allen played a little bit. He went 3 for 3, 45 yards, 1 touchdown. Followed up by Case Keenum, 16 for 18, 192, 1 touchdown. And then Matt Barkley closed it out, 7 for 8, 65 yards. All right. Let's see, man. The Lions, Colts, 27-26. Lions win. No, but Jared Goff for the Lions. No Matt Ryan. A little bit surprised. No Matt Ryan for the Colts. Nick Foles started 5 for 6, 55 yards. Then Jack Conan 7 for 11, 83 yards, 1 touchdown. And then this guy has looked pretty damn good, man. Sam Erlington 9 for 11, 135 yards, 2 touchdowns. Sam Erlington has looked pretty damn good in fucking preseason, man. I wouldn't be surprised if a team trades up for him. Maybe because I think he's a third stringer in Indianapolis. Maybe he can be a second. Dallas should fucking try to get. Oh, I do like Will Gear, but this guy right here, Sam Erlington, I don't know, man. He's been pretty impressive so far in the preseason. Sam Erlington, man, he really has. Now he is playing against a bunch of third stringers as well, so you don't know. You put him against a first stringer, he might suck ass. That's something to look at. Chiefs and Commanders. Carson Wentz 6 for 9, 64 yards. Then Sam Howell 10 for 18, 122 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. And Tyler Heinicke 9 for 12, 83 yards, 1 touchdown. So Tyler Heinicke, who probably looked the worst out of the three, probably might have had the best game today. Tyler Heinicke. Look, I believe Carson Wentz is the starting quarterback of this team, but I would not be surprised if he ends up eventually getting benched for Tyler Heinicke. We'll see what the hell happens. Maybe if it's late in the year, they want to take a look at Sam Howell. I think it's possible you see all three of these guys at some point in the regular season. All three, Carson Wentz, Tyler Heinicke, and Sam Howell. I really believe there's a chance you see all three of them at some point. Titans beat Buccaneers 13-3. Kyle Trask 11 for 24, 105 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. For Tennessee, Malik Willis 7 for 17, 80 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interception. Malik Willis also had 42 yards. So no Ryan Tannehill. All right, Raiders and Dolphins. No freaking Derek Carr. Tua Tagovailoa 6 for 8, 58 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And Teddy Bridgewater then played for a little bit, 10 for 20, 119 yards. All right. Vikings rate 49ers. No Trey Lance. No Kirk Cousins. Kellen Mond 10 for 20, 82 yards. Kellen Mond sucks ass, man. 2 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. I thought he could. I like what I saw from him when he was at the University of Texas A&M. But yeah, I have not been impressed at all with Kellen Mond in this preseason so far. He's been sucking ass. I'm sorry, but I was wrong about Kellen Mond potentially taking over Kirk Cousins' starting job in the future. Steelers, Jaguars. Let's see. Mitchell Trubisky 5 for 8, 60 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Kenny Pickett 6 for 7, 70. Kenny Pickett has been looking pretty damn good, man. There's a lot of people are saying Kenny Pickett's gonna get the starting job, man. He's looking pretty damn good. Mason Rudolph 17 for 21, 127 yards, 1 touchdown. But yeah, man, a lot of talk that Kenny Pickett might. Right now, the competition is pretty much Kenny Pickett versus Mitchell Trubisky, and a lot of people are saying Kenny Pickett might win it, man. We'll see what the hell happens, man. Trevor Lawrence 14 for 21, 133 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence looking good as well. But yeah, Kenny Pickett, man, he might get that freaking job, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I did for our NFL. We went through all the preseason. Is there any basketball news? I don't know if there is. Probably not. I think LeBron James and a bunch of players went to go play a pickup game over there in Seattle. Jason Tatum, LeBron James. But yeah, man. Not much in the NBA going on, man. Not much. Let's go to MLB. Obviously the freaking Yankees lose again, man. Freaking Aaron Boone is pissed off. He was having a freaking temper tantrum in the freaking press conference. He doesn't know whether to shit or when his watch. Poor Aaron Boone, man. They had a 17 game lead. Now it's down to 7. Or the Yankees are falling on hard times, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if they can get their head out of their ass, man. And that's the thing about the Yankees, man. They rely so much on home runs, but if they cool off, it'd be a bunch of strikeouts and a bunch of fly balls. Pendejo face, man. That's not looking good for the Yankees, man. Look at this stat, man. The Phillies have started Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler in 9 games versus the Mets, and the Mets have won all 9. That is crazy, man. Jesus Christ, man. The more I watch the Braves and the Mets, the more I think that's going to be the freaking NLCS. I really do, man. Those two teams have been so impressive this year. The Mets, the Braves and the Mets. Jesus Christ, man. Very impressive, those two teams this season, man. The Mets and the Braves. The freaking Braves, man. Once again beat the fucking Astros today. Freaking, they might sweep them tomorrow. Jesus Christ. What a hell of a game that was, man. An extra innings, man. Gee, what a hell of a game. But let's go through the whole game. So White Sox beat Guardians 2-0. Blue Jays beat Yankees 5-2. Mets beat Phillies 8-2 in the first of the doubleheader. Tigers beat Angels 4-3. Cubs beat Brewers 6-5. Brewers continue to lose. Red Sox beat Orioles 4-3. Rays beat Royals 5-2. Reds beat Pirates 10-1. Rangers beat Twins 4-3. Braves beat... What a game this was, man. This was a hell of a game between the Astros and the fucking Braves, man. And it was a pitching duel, man. It was a pitching duel through 9 innings, man. Outside of Jeremy Pena and then Grossman hitting a home runs in the 5th inning. We didn't get runs until the 10th inning, man. Astros, man, got 2 more runs, made it 3-1. But then the Braves came back in and tied it up 3-3. Then the Astros in the 11th. Again, Pena drove in the run 4-3. And then the freaking Matt Olson ties it up 4-4. And then at the end, Travis d'Arnaud brings in the final run 5-4. Braves win it, man. What a game. What a pitching duel by freaking Christian Javier and freaking Spencer Steiner. Great ass game, man. What a fun game, man. What a fun series. In the second of the doubleheader, Philadelphia wins 4-1 versus the Mets. Athletics beat the Mariners 4-3. Rockies beat the Giants 4-3. Cardinals beat the Diamondbacks 16-7. I'm telling you, man, the Cardinals are taking off, man, and the Brewers are falling behind. Padres beat the Nationals 2-1. Dodgers beat the Marlins 7-0. But I'm telling you, man, those Cardinals are going to start running away with that freaking NL Central, man. Jesus Christ. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move over to some wrestling here tonight. And then we'll call it a night here tonight on a Saturday. So we do have some kind of breaking news here on the show on a Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. And that is that freaking, what the fuck is happening? And that is that freaking, why can't I get my, there we go. And that is that MJF is scheduled to come back to AEW anytime now. I don't know if they give him a new contract, but what the case is. But a lot of people are saying that the reason they're having the match next week on Dynamite between CM Punk and Jon Moxley to unify the AEW World Championship is because they're going to have MJF come back at the end of that match. And it's going to be MJF versus CM Punk at All Out. Jesus Christ, that would be fantastic. And that's in Chicago, too. That would be crazy. I wonder if MJF said, okay, I'll come back, but you got to make me world champion. But are they, I believe All Out is in Chicago. Are they going to have CM Punk lose the AEW World Championship in his hometown of Chicago? And that is crazy, man. But according to reports, now the whole, from what I'm hearing, he's coming back, MJF. I don't know about the whole shit about him beating CM Punk at All Out for the AEW World Champion. I don't know. I think those are more rumors. But apparently it is true. MJF, they don't know when, but he's on his way back. Jesus Christ, man. Everybody's back now. Freaking CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole, Kenny Omega, MJF. Jesus Christ, man. Here we fucking go, man. And then Angelo Parker and Matt Miner have re-signed with AEW. Obviously, they're members of the Jericho Appreciation Society. So they have re-signed with the company, I'm assuming, for 3 years. Some congratulations to them. Obviously, you got to keep that group intact right now, along with Jack Hager and Chris Jericho and Daniel Garcia. So great to see. Congratulations to those guys on re-signing with AEW, man. And oh shit, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why lately I forget to pull out the card for SmackDown. Pendejo face for me, ladies and gentlemen. Lately, I don't know why I forget to pull out the card. I always like to pull out the card. I don't like to miss any details on the damn show. Pendejo face for me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why lately I've been forgetting to pull out the card before I go on the airwaves. I gotta be better. For me, that's not a good sign of professionalism, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta look myself in the mirror and ask myself, am I about shit or simply full of it? Alright. Oh, one more thing my father wanted me to mention was that, and I don't know if this is correct or not, but Albert Pujols, I believe, had 2 home runs tonight in the game versus the Cardinals, and he's about he's less than 10 away. He's less than 10 away from 700. So is it possible Albert Pujols hits freaking 7 home runs before he retires? He's got about 6 weeks left. Is it possible? Remember, A-Rod finished at 796. 696. 4 shy of 700. I believe only 3 players have 700 home runs. Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, and Barry Bonds. Does Albert Pujols have a chance to get 7 home runs and join those guys as the 4th member of the 700 club, ladies and gentlemen? My dad wanted me to talk about that. I forgot to, so I don't know why it just came back on me. Albert Pujols hit 2 home runs tonight. Is it possible the amazing Albert Pujols hits 9-8 and gets 700 home runs, ladies and gentlemen? Jesus Christ. Alright, man, we start off Raw tonight with frickin' Ronda Rousey getting frickin' arrested. She calls out to the ring. She calls out Adam Pearce. She's like, Adam Pearce, you need to lift my suspension. And she says, Adam Pearce is like, that's above it's authority above me. And then he tells her you have to leave. You're still suspended. And then he brings on security, beats the shit out of security. Once again, a woman beats up a guy. They keep doing that shit lately. Fucking Charlotte, Drew Gulak, Dominic Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, and now Shayna Baszler beat the hell out of security. They continue to have fucking woman beat up man. Jesus Christ. And then brings out the police and gets arrested. And she pretty much gets arrested. It was a good way to start the show. That's the thing about this show, I thought the beginning, the middle, and the finish were good. And if anything, you want those 3 parts: the beginning, the middle, and the finish. Obviously, you want to start off with a bang to keep people get people excited. You want to have something, a bang in the middle, to keep people from watching, so they don't start mentally checking out. And then at the end, obviously, you want to finish with a bang, so people want to tune in next week. So I thought this show, it did a good job in those 3 areas: in middle, beginning, middle, and of really getting a bang. So she gets arrested. She gets taken out. Yeah, and I mean, Roman Reigns after that arrives. And he arrives. No Usos. No Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's still recovering from the F5 from SummerSlam. Usos apparently have freaking couldn't get in Canada, the border or shit. So it's just Roman Reigns by himself. Freaking Sami Zayn goes in the locker room and offers help, and freaking Jimmy Uso or Jey Uso's calling Roman Reigns, and Sami Zayn answers like he's screaming, he can't come because he has problems in the border. So it was pretty interesting because it was just Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn tonight. No freaking Paul Heyman, no freaking the Usos. It was a little bit different tonight. It kind of went back to the Thunderdome, right? I wonder if Triple H was the one writing down the Tribal Chief promos back in 2020, because this kind of came back. It kind of went back to 2020, the way Roman Reigns, man, in the locker room, having segments backstage, doing a promo by himself. This was like the best we've seen from the Tribal Chief in a while. So I do wonder if maybe Triple H was the one writing the promos back in 2020. Then if you remember, then he got, the heart thing, and then he missed a lot of 2021, and now obviously he's back. It makes me wonder if Triple H was the one in 2020 in the Thunderdome doing all the promos with Roman Reigns. But first match of the night was a qualifying match for the women tag team champions, Natalya and Sonya versus Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan and JC Jane from NXT debuting tonight. You had freaking Bayley and Dakota Kai and Io Sky on fucking. They bought a ticket and they were part of the crowd. That was hilarious. Bayley yelling at Michael Cole, fucking hilarious. Obviously, Toxic Attraction wins. I believe they're in a group with Mandy Rose, who's the NXT Women's Champion. So they're kind of like the bloodline for NXT, the women's version, I guess. Or like maybe like the Bayley Dakota Kai, Io Sky, of NXT, whatever. So obviously they win. And then, what was next? I think the Maximum Male models came out, Max Dupree and Maxine Dupree. And then after that, they got interrupted by freaking Hit Row. And Hero beat the shit out of them. And then they started singing Top Dollar and B-Fab and Adonis. They started singing a song, We back, we back, we back. Some shit like that. I don't know if the freaking Top Dollar was rapping and shit. Whatever. And next, we got the Fatal 5-Way right away. That was pretty much the first hour, man. We got the freaking... The Fatal 5-Way, man. Sheamus, Madcap Moss, Happy Corbin, Ricochet, and Sami Zayn. Winner faces Gunther at a Clash of the Castle for the Intercontinental Champion. Obviously, best match of the night. Right in the middle of the show. Fantastic match. Obviously, everybody cheering for Sami Zayn because he's from Montreal, Canada. The crowd was fantastic, man. Especially for Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns. They just popped. This was a fantastic crowd, man. A bunch of energy. Jesus Christ, man. They're cheering for Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn fakes a shoulder injury, obviously. It's a part of a storyline. Then comes back in. At the end, fucking Sheamus wins. That's going to be a hell of a match, man. Gunther versus Sheamus at Clash of the Castle for the Intercontinental Championship, man. What a match that's going to be. Jesus Christ, man. I cannot wait for that puppy, ladies and gentlemen. What a match that's going to be. Cannot wait for that puppy, man. That's going to be a hell of a match, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. And next we get the freaking Viking Raiders doing the funeral for the New Day. This was like a video package. Supposedly there was like a woman painting X's on the forehead of the Viking Raiders. They're saying that it was Sarah Logan. So she had a very similar character to the Viking Raiders. So it makes sense that she comes back and be maybe the third member of that group. So it kind of does make sense if that was her painting the X on their foreheads. But, nothing happened. It was just like a little 5-minute video package of supposedly them burning all of New Day shit. And that was their funeral. I thought it would be something like normal in the ring. And then maybe Kofi and Xavier would come out. But no, it was like a video package shit. Whatever. It kind of was like if you will, a Bray Wyatt kind of shit. Obviously, people were saying on Twitter, people are going to say Bray Wyatt's coming back because of this shit. Whatever. Next, we have a freaking we got a freaking a match between Liv Morgan and Shotzi. Obviously, Liv Morgan wins. But after the match, Shayna Baszler comes in, and this is what they make her good strong. Because I thought they fucked it up last week, man. They had her beat her up, and then at the end, they had Liv Morgan come back and do a bulldog onto the table. They gotta make freaking Shayna Baszler look strong. They did this to have her beat her up. At the end, she's threatening her that she's gonna break her arm, and then she's like, "Nope, I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it at Clash of Castle. I'm gonna break your arm, and I'm also gonna win your women's championship." So good, man. Shayna Baszler looks strong, man. They really are. Then I believe next was the freaking main event, right? Yeah, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre. Obviously, Roman Reigns by himself. No Paul Heyman, no Usos. He talks. Acknowledge me, Montreal. A bunch of people. There were some people booing, but a bunch of cheering. He starts talking about how Drew McIntyre. If it's a bunch of lies around here, man. If it ain't me, I'm the main event. I'm the star. I'm carrying this company. Drew McIntyre was lying to you when he said he was carrying this company. It's all been me. Then I'm the main eventer. I'm the star of this company. Then McIntyre comes out. He's like, how can you be carrying this company? You're barely ever here. They get into it, and it leads up to a fucking brawl. McIntyre's about to Claymore Roman Reigns. Freaking Sami Zayn comes in, and just like last week, he took it for the Usos. He takes it for Roman Reigns. Jesus Christ. And then I believe Roman Reigns hits McIntyre with a Superman punch. And as he's about to spear him, McIntyre gets up and hits him with the Claymore kick. And that's pretty much the end of the show. I believe this is the first time that somebody actually puts the titles up, holding them up, in like the last 2 years. Like, this is the first time somebody actually, I could, maybe Brock Lesnar did it. I don't think he did. But this is the first time they actually like teased that we could have a new champion. Out of all these 2 years, I think this is the first time they actually have the opponent tease that, hey, I might win the titles. Roman Reigns laying there. Freaking Sami Zayn laying there. Freaking Drew McIntyre also told them, without the bloodline, you're just another average man. And there's no average man I can't tear to pieces. That's what he told him too. But great stuff, man. And once again, the ending of this show was fantastic. SmackDown main events are much better than Raw. Because like I said on Tuesday, Triple H seems to do whatever is the best match or what should be the main event. He puts it in the beginning of the third hour to keep people from not tuning out in the third hour. And then he puts like an average mid-card match as the main event. Where on SmackDown, because it's shorter, he's able to have what should be the main event be the main event. So look, man, this was a very good week of wrestling. Especially Dynamite and SmackDown, I thought were pretty damn good this week. Very good week of wrestling, man. One of the funniest week of wrestling, man. You could argue all 3 shows were good. I thought Raw, like I said, they had some good parts, but especially Dynamite was fantastic. SmackDown was pretty damn good this week. I'm excited, man. I'm really excited for this shit, man. I'm excited with AEW to see what happens, man. Everybody's back. MJF is possibly back. What's going to happen in the match on Wednesday between CM Punk and Jon Moxley? Could Drew McIntyre potentially beat Roman Reigns at a Clash of the Castle? Like, they both have, for the world titles, man, I'm hooked for both the AEW World Title match and the freaking WWE Universal World Title matches, man. Right now, both companies are. This is probably in the 3 years that AEW came on. This is probably the best, the best part, like where both companies are really doing good. Like WWE starting to also like They're still limited, obviously, because of they're PG, and so they're still kind of limited. But at least the storylines are better, man. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm like a light. Have a good night, everybody.